Be on me about audio balance today. This microphone is again just decided to start doing better than it was doing before. So audio is a little scuffy. I was going to use my my solid microphone instead of my headset, but it was picking up everything, and it was sitting right next to the lizard tank, which means you were gonna get a bunch of crickets, clattering of paintbrushes, and other stuff. So this is better. Hopefully I'll get something new. But in the meantime, this is serving its purpose just fine. I want to say thank you to Four Gathers, or Four Gathers. It looks like it would be pronounced Four Gothers, but you know, Four Gathers, for the follow. They followed me earlier before right when I had gone live. So thank you very much for that. And so kids are still running around. They're getting ready for bed. But we'll go ahead and we'll start, if you guys don't mind some background noise. Let's go ahead and we'll switch back over here. Now, first thing we're going to do is I did mess with the audio in the game a little bit. I turned it up. I was not happy with how quiet the VOD was at certain points. But we're going to go ahead and let's see. Should just snap back in place and everything should be okay. It looks about even on my side, but I'm also very far from my monitor, so hopefully that looks better now. For those of you who are interested, my bio on my profile now includes a donation link. But that is only if you want to. It is by no stretch of the imagination an obligation. So, last time we were here, I love you too, baby. Last time we were here, we got the gravity suit, so water is no longer of any sort of inconvenience. We can now just stroll on through, which of course frees up a lot of opportunities, but here, not so much. There's a couple of limitations as to what we're able to get. Namely the fact that, you know, I can't do anything with that down there. There is an icicle in here that could be used to smash a hole in the ice. But I don't have a means to reach it yet. So instead, we're going to loop back around the way we went the first time. And we're going to go ahead and make our way back to the Talon Overworld. Thor. Hi, buddy. I don't know what you're doing. You sit there and you behave yourself. I, again, unfortunately have to warn you that anytime air pirates are in a zone, they're going to be loud. But I also want you guys to be able to hear the boppin' tunes. Huh. How did I freeze you that time? You know what? Doesn't matter. Okay. Alright, now that I'm actually out in the thick of it, looks like the game audio is a little loud. We're going to go ahead and turn that down a smidge. There we go. I think that'll be okay. And this way you guys can still hear them bopping tunes. Right about here, I think. You guys tell me. Prime's got a lot of good music. It would be a shame if you weren't able to hear it. Because I keep sabotaging you. Ouch. Alright. That takes me back to the gravity chamber, which we don't need. We just go right on through this way. With water now being of little consequence. Yeah, I can even boost in the water, which is... What was that? You know what? Perpetual motion machine. Everything's fine. You guys. You know what? Now's a great time to test out the Wave Buster. Because quite frankly, I've had enough of you. Yeah, so the ice beam may be able to one-shot them, but the wave beam is still a very effective means of dealing with them. All you have to do is just you blast them once and then give them a couple more missiles, and that usually does the trick. You don't even need anything crazy. Let me out. There we go. Yes. So in Zero Mission, the gravity suit gave us lava invulnerability. I regret to inform you, in this game, it does not do that. All it does is make water a non-hindrance. The gravity suit does not do anything as cool as just make you immune to lava. I hate. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate trait about me, but I do, in fact, have and possess hate. Okay. Where are we going? There we are. I have jumped in circles. Welcome to top tier gameplay. Alright. So there's an item there that I can't do anything with. There's this guy there. Volcanic wrong. It makes it blah, 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 blah. So, I have the standard power beam, which has the element of power. And then we have the electric beam and the I don't like you. Yeah, but so we have the electric beam. We have an ice beam. Who wants to guess what the final elemental beam is? You're never gonna guess. It's a surprise. Hey, Squid. Hey, Wolf. Or Draco. I don't know. Both of them are names. Go away. I'm trying to remember how you're supposed to get into the ice down here. My brain is telling me. Wait a minute. No, the save station's on the other side. Never mind. There wasn't anything down there. My brain's telling me that I'm on the other side, even though I'm nowhere near it. Music here's pretty jamming. How's everybody doing today? It's been a pretty crazy day for me today. I mean, I say crazy, but mostly just without any real form to it, you know? It's a little bit, yeah. But kids started school again. And it's another year gone. And it's, on any parent, that's a taxing notion. Almost as taxing as the notion that 1990 is further away than 2050 now. Alright, well let's see if I can make it all the way back up to the top. I find it unlikely, but let's give it a try. Because if I can make it back up to the top, let's see. Because if I can make it up there, then I can just jump into Magmore and not have to do any finagling. Otherwise, I have to trek on foot through the research facility, and I really would like to avoid doing that. The research facility is no bueno. Excuse me. Because it would still require me to alternate between the thermal visor and everything else, and it's a pain in the neck. It's an absolute pain in the neck. Here we go. Alright. Open this up. There's that energy tank I keep talking about. Someday we'll be able to get it. Not today. Open. Well, cool. Shin's made it in. Hi, Shin. Oh, straighten out my legs. I'm gonna be here for a while. Alright. So, I still can't do anything in there because I don't have any way to break Bendesium. But we can trek our way through here, make it to Talon Overworld West. Excuse me. And I could just trek on through here all the way, but the gravity suit doesn't really allow us to grab anything new here, so we're gonna save the revisit for another time when we have more to do here, instead of just ignoring these air pirates, because I really don't want to deal with them and their audio breaking powers. Oop. Hello there. Goodbye. I wish these things could speak, but they cannot. They just make grumbles. Once again, we are hoping for a stream where audio is good almost the whole way through. So, y'all keep me posted. I'm going to keep saying that as more people join. I want to make sure everybody's having a pleasant experience. And not just me and my dumb ass. That's a little bit of fire. A little bit of fire to the face. So, just like with the Varia suit, by picking up the gravity suit, I have reduced how much damage I will be taking. The Varia reduced total damage taken by 10%, but this is a stacking 20%, I believe. So it means I have a total damage reduction of 30%. Now, I could have those numbers wrong, don't quote me, but it is definitely 100% true that I have more defense now that I have the gravity suit. Which means there's going to be a lot more of me running through hazards, because fuck hazards. The overall threat level of this area is lower than death. So it is not significant enough for me to pay attention. Get out of the way. Oh yeah. I totally meant to do that. We call that the Tactical Zoomer 1-2. It's where you make your audience think that you're going to whiff that shot, but instead you snipe the enemy behind it. It's very hard. Very few people can do it. Kind of a legend. Ow. Alright, on the way through here, we're going to stop by and say hello to our ship. As there are some goodies to be had on the way. I'm gonna clonk right into the side of the ship because I don't know why on earth you would expect me to do anything less. I'm very sniffly. I apologize. I was outside a lot today. It means a lot of pollen. That better not have been the hint system, I swear to God. I know where I'm going, game. Alright. Have we gotten this yet? Yeah, we did. Well, look. It's the backside of a rock. It's too lewd for Twitch, though, so I can't stick around for too long. Twitch doesn't like it if I show rock butt for too long. It's why Dwayne Johnson hasn't guest starred on any of my streams. And that's totally the only reason. You, sir, and your friends are an affront to society. Goodbye. So, I crossed this once before, but with some fancy footwork. But in reality, you're probably not supposed to go this way. It is possible to start going this way, but I absolutely do not advise it. It's very easy to get stuck in here without the gravity suit. Hey, look, missile expansion. Alright, and then we'll just go up here. No, I see. Then we go up here. No. Okay. Well, we'll be coming back there eventually. Sir. Stop it. That is that way. I want to go this way. Is there anything interesting this way? Ah, just that. Okay. I remember there being something around here. Oh well. I'm sure it'll come to me. And I'll feel real silly when it does. Alley-oop. Yeah. Metroid Prime is usually really good about avoiding soft locks. You can't go into a room without being able to get the thing you need to escape it. The problem is that sometimes it's not the game's fault that you got into a place. Anyway, welcome to our next area. Sort of. It's an area that will seem familiar a little bit if you've been here since the beginning. Roll through these tubes. And look at these. One of these big old doors. Apparently having Crash made these turrets stronger. But they've been dealt with. Having crashed, a bunch of the power went out. So now we gotta power things up as we go through. Alright, scan these. These are separate from the other little creepy crawlies we visited before. Talon crabs. You'll only find them in this area. Nowhere else. So make sure you scan them while you can. Open. And we're in this room now. The music here is a delight. Ow. My underwater ankles. So don't be alarmed if you see some eyes pop up on your screen. That's just Samus's reflection because we're battling bright lights underwater. I was testing this out with Shin one day, and Shin had me on another monitor, and we were just chatting, and they looked over at one point after I had dodged something that had exploded, and they just see a pair of eyes because their stream had lagged, and there was just this big pair of eyes staring at them through the computer. Definitely not terrifying in the slightest.
That almost like mass putting your fucking baby Yoda in front of his camera when he walks away.
Yeah. I love it when he does that. So, I have several D&D groups. And in one of them, it's strictly online with very rare, well, no, it's strictly online right now. But, Dandy is one of my players there. Hi, Shed! But Dandy is one of my players in that game. And whenever his monitor lags and he realizes that none of us can see him or hear him, he has a, he's got a Baby Yoda plush figure thing. I don't know, it's somewhere in the middle. That he sets up right in front of his camera. So we just see a big pair of eyes staring in. Pitch black, soulless eyes.
Creepy.
It's adorable.
It's creepy. About as creepy as your oldest waking me up this morning.
Alright, auxiliary controls. Has no power. Alright, back to the thermal visor. How was your day today, Shin? You hopped into chat before I started streaming, but we didn't get a real chance to talk. I hope your day was better. No, who am I kidding? Where you work? I would be surprised. An energy tank. Yeah. So for those of you who haven't caught on yet, this is the Frigate Orpheon, the first area in the game, but after we, while we ransacked it, we completely screwed it up and it crashed on the planet. This is what happened to it. And this is something I always like. This is something I've praised Mega Man X for, but it's something I like in most games. Is when you complete things in a certain order, it affects the world around you. And I like that. Oh look! In order to get to our next area, we have to pass through the remains of a ship we blew up in the prologue. I think that's really fun. It's a different perspective. You need different powers to traipse through it for whatever reason. I just remembered what's up here. Alright. You. Oh boy. Back into the water. Yeah, it's worth mentioning that because on my first playthrough of this game, I came here way earlier than I was supposed to. I was exploring, as I had often been encouraged to do in Metroidvanias. And, no, my alerts are hooked up. If you donated on my, through that PayPal link, it wouldn't have shown up. If you gave me bits, those should have shown up. I have that linked and hooked up together. But yeah, no, I have my, ow! Yeah, until I hit affiliate, donations and stuff like that won't show up. It'll just be something that I see, and then I will send you a message and say thank you. Because unfortunately, there's no way for me to sync up the PayPal donations. At least I don't think there is. There might be. And I'd have to do some digging. Every day I learn something new. But, no, my follows and my, like my follows, especially, should pop up. It's popped up in the past. Here, let's see. Nope, never mind. We're not gonna, I'd have to tab. You know what? Fine, this will work. Sit tight for a second, folks. Gotta. Yeah, let's see here. Let's not spend too much time on this, though. This is supposed to be gameplay focused. Just give me a second. That's, I know, thank you. Alright.
What?
You. Yes, we've already done that. We've already gone through this. No, I don't want it. You can keep that. Let's see here. Let's go to my alerts. Here's a test follow. Yeah, it seems to be working just fine. Let me test the... It should lower the audio. Where's the... I should be able to... I wish you could change the audio for everything in, like, together, but... There. Alright, we'll save that. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no real way for me to link it up with donations. Unfortunately, not yet. I need to... I have to reach affiliate first before it actually syncs up the way it should. I don't think there's a way to link it up with a PayPal donation link. Trust me, I would if I could. And alright, that'll do for now. Okay. That's enough. That's enough in the tech corner. We're going back to playing the video game. Okay. Yes. And my alerts and stuff should be working. They were working just fine. I hate you. And I want you to know this. There. And now it's gone. Nothing more to be concerned about. Cordite door. So this was that door in the Orpheum that was vibrating aggressively the first time I was there. But, I don't know how much you sent, Shin, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. Alright, let's see here. Power outlet inside of a holding cell. I'm sure that has absolutely never backfired for them. Ever. Never, ever. There was a turret somewhere that locked onto me. Oh, there it is. I should probably open up my mobile dashboard again. That would probably be helpful, wouldn't it? Twitch, where are you? There you are. Thank you. Cool. Alright. Totally professional stream, I swear. Totally professional. 100%. guys are so loud. Thankfully, underwater, you guys are chumps. Your maneuverability is not great either. Alright. Now then. This ship all forked up beyond belief. You're going to go this way. It's another room where we're restoring power. You guys tired of this gimmick yet? I'm not. It's great. It's actually not that intrusive. It doesn't bother me that much. Alright, and beep boop. Beep. Beep.
Just put your face down.
Well, that's good so far. Just gotta get that last. You gotta just, give him some definition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Hello. Ah, yes, these. Aqua sac. Ew. Also scan those while you're down here. It's the only time to scan them. It has just occurred to me those guys aren't called flying pirates, and I need to go back and actually scan one of them. Remember to... Remember to fill out your scan log. Alright, guess I'm doubling back. This is fine. This area is a one-time traversal. You never need to come back through here again. We'll go through. There we go. I messed it up. So, this is probably the only area in the game you can infinite bomb jump, but it is very finicky as to where that timing is okay. I got it. Anyway, your reward's an energy tank. Sploosh. Boing. There's another area where you can use a spring ball. Though, unlike the others, I don't feel like this one's quite as helpful. Sir, you are in my way. Gel zaps. They're gross. Ugh. Ow. Ow. Hey. So, we are now in the Great Tree Hall. You'll notice we've been here before. And we have. Once. There was not a lot we could do here, as we were blocked by an obnoxious wall of rods, preventing us from moving forward. That is where our handy friend, the spinner here, comes in. This gate blocks our path, and allows us to get to this area again without needing to go through the water path. Though now I will be going through the water path again, so I can scan those frickin' pirates. Once again, the logbook is not required for 100%, but, a lot of people feel like it is. Intense radiation detected. Yes, look at all that Phazon. What is all that goop? That is the Phazon of evil. Excuse you. Excuse you. Jeez. I'll take an elevator to a new area. Hiding the loading screen with this convenient elevator. And now welcome to the Phazon Mines. This is the final question mark area in the game. There is one more area after this, but we will not be we won't be there for very long. You'll notice the music here is ominous and kind of non-existent. Mostly just a lot of gurgles and clanks. When even the music tells you to be afraid of an area, it's a pretty good sign of what you're about to be going through. Almost every turret in this game is the exact same. I'm going to kill this one first, and then we'll scan the other one. But don't be fooled. Oh, nope. Behold, the mega turret. And as an update, you can freeze them. Alright, I have to do this on the power beam. I can't do it with anything else. Alright. That's fine. There was a scanning thingy. Sir? Hello. Meet my friend Super Missile. Yep. And here, these are just bog standard space pirates, but now there is an abundance of them. This, for all intents and purposes, is the heart of their operation. So we're going to be getting to deal with some pretty nasty individuals around here. Alright. Secondary force field control disabled. That's one of the two controls that we need. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, the platforms around here are also a lot more narrow, so I'm going to be slipping off of them a whole lot more. As you can see, just dealing with this room, I've already lost a tank and a half. These guys are no joke. They will hurt. There's a reason you grab the gravity suit before you come here. It's to buff up your defense, because you'd been playing with the Varia for most of it at this point. They had to make things more intense, make the suit worth getting. I think they succeeded, but some people might argue otherwise. Crane scan indicates recent use. Device is currently inactive. Well, we should come over here and reactivate it then. Power conduit is nearby. A blast of electrical energy will do the thing. Transfer of building materials complete. Report all Phazon mutations to science team immediately. All units with useful mutations will receive an increase in pay and rations. Elite and trooper candidates are now being selected by command. Yo, are you mutating in horrible, unforeseeable ways? Great! Here's a pay raise. Also, you're more likely to get shot at.
Sounds fun. Where do I sign up?
Heh. Well, it's very simple. First, you have to climb into a test tube and be injected with horrible, awful blue goo every day.
Sounds fun. Where do I sign up?
Oh my god. And bonk! With the power of Crane. But now it's all lined up, and we can go ahead and we can use this guy to put ourselves in position for a nice little pick-me-up. You run all the way here, and then you drop. You would think there's enough room up here for you to unmorph ball, but apparently not. You gotta jump up here. Now, this thing is sloped, so you can just roll right off of it, and they expect you in the original version to be able to hold your position long enough to get a morph ball jump off. Not that it's tremendously difficult, but it's difficult enough that you're like, alright, come on. Alright, primary force field deactivated. Before we go any further, though, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go up here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, but in any case, Shin, I'm glad that your day wasn't so bad today. Ooh, good. I was able to access the save station. Thank goodness. I'm glad to hear your day wasn't nearly as bad today. Ugh, excuse me. Open. Kaboingy. Kaboingy. Owie. I love that I healed myself and I'm already doing damage to myself. Yeah, this is where freezing turrets absolutely will come in handy. It gives you enough time to line up one of these. That's making your day a whole lot simpler. Oh, defense turret malfunction. Yep, if you make it to the other side, you're able to turn them off so turrets aren't going to shoot you anymore. Oh, hello. How did I miss? You were right in front of me. Well, you're dead now. Ow! Hello. I didn't miss that time. You know what? I'm just gonna... Stop it. Get some help. Alright, and here we have one of those infamous red doors. Pop. Pop. Alright, cool. Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned it yet, but like the ice beam will destroy crates in a single shot, so it's a great way for you to just pop a crate and run if you need to. It's very handy for that. And now they are mobilizing the big guns. Behold the Special Pirates, each with a new name. The Wave Trooper. It is a specialized, it's a highly specialized elite trooper designed to combat my systems by being vulnerable only to a single type of beam. These guys do each have different strategies based on which beam they're weak to. In this case, these guys, being weak to the wave beam, you have to chain charge shots together to be able to kill them. Each shot will stun them, and each shot will leave them vulnerable to your next shot. That's the easiest way to deal with them. Don't use the wave buster on them, it's a waste of ammunition. We will talk about the others as they show up. But make sure you scan each of them individually. Curse you, Bendesium Blastgate. Yeah, so make sure that you activate, or that you scan each of them. They are each their own variant. So it doesn't matter if you've scanned one elite trooper. They are all different. Good news, the Shadow Pirates don't have increased health. They're still just as weak and vulnerable the first time we ran into them. The trade-off was, well, they're invisible. I don't wanna switch. You're not gonna make me. Go away. So the Phazon Mines has a talent for sucking your energy right out of you, like a child. Just dealing with them for a little while, and you're just like, you are my love. You are wonderful, but man, dealing with you is tiring. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink. All right. I have my beverage. My tangled mess of cables. There you go. The sweet sound of energy. Okay. Now let's start scanning. Platform systems active.
So aside from how crappy poor Sam looks, actually I like
Well, good. I'm glad you like how it looks. I think it looks great.
I'm happy with the overall.
I think it looks great. Initial Project Helix experiments with space pirate embryos were disastrous. The Phazon infusion process degenerated brain tissue even as it augmented muscle mass. None of what we have termed elite pirates lived to maturity. The few that survived their infanthood suffered severe psychotic breakdowns as juveniles, killing anything within their zone of perception. Research teams Sclera made a recent breakthrough in which parasite studies with a Phazon strain codenamed Vertigo were highly successful. Since then, we have successfully fused Vertigo Phazon with space pirate DNA with great success. The latest batch of elite pirates have reached maturity successfully and are ready for field testing and training. Ugh. I'm sorry I'm so sniffly. Recommended battle systems for elite pirates are as follows: shoulder-mounted plasma artillery cannon, and wristband. They armed. Don't mess with the elite pirates. If the name elite pirate didn't already clue you in. Unit code name EPG8642, batch 23, fuel designated elite pirate alpha. Stasis tank hull reinforced with bendesium alloy plates. Boy, there's that frickin' word again. Bendesium. Just gotta get together 48 or 72 people and go into the Bendesium arsenal. It's the second time I made that joke. It's not funny the second time either, but thank you for listening. Frickin' wave pirates. Ba-dum-bum-bum. I wanted a snappy one-liner, but I had nothing. I guess my good lines come and go in waves. Security alert, all stations, Bioform Samus Aaron has made planfall on Talon 4. The hunter is among us. All units are hereby ordered to attack Aaron on sight. Terminal forces authorized. Report all sightings of Aaron to Security Command at once. Ugh, that was awful. Sorry. Platform systems active. So what I'm hearing is kill them all, kill them all, kill them all quickly, and kill them all again. Can't have nobody can report to security if they're all dead. Hippity hoppity. Here we are. Here's the power beam variant. Power Trooper, space pirate armed with power beam technology. They've reverse engineered several of your weapons, including the power beam. A flaw in the design makes these pirates vulnerable to their own beam weapon system. These weapons are inferior to your chosen design originals, but still quite potent. So, just like with the Chozo Ghosts, they are vulnerable to super missiles. Oh hey, the body. The body made its way back down here. Cool. You gonna drop anything, or are you just gonna... Okay. So, you know, if you needed more motivation to gather more super missiles, they are... The power troopers go down in a single super missile. They cannot survive more than a single super missile. Alright, what do we have here? Industrial pulse beam online. Auto firing mode engaged. Uh-oh. And there it is. Industrial grade pulse beam. Mining configuration. Intentional units, report to your battle stations. Failure to comply with the order is an act of treason. Treason is punishable by termination. Well, duh. So, we got all these walls in here. And we have a mining drill. I don't think you have to be an expert in mining, or adventuring even, to know what happens next. The beam is deliberately very brief, so as to not allow you to sweep it. And also, I do not believe you can shoot yourself with it. You can certainly try. I would not advise it. Two fully charged spins is enough to get it to rotate to the next mining wall. It is worth cracking open all of these until you find the one that has something pretty nice in it. One of these walls has an additional secret, not just a doorway forward. Don't ask me how they moved around this facility with one of their doors covered with rock. Nope. So, we roll back in and we go 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2. Boop. All right. And there you go. Even though that beam didn't actually hit the wall, it hit the pipe. It's all good. And there we are. Another missile expansion. I'm at 135 now. Only 115 to go. Now, I do want to be clear. There's a lot of stuff in the Chozo ruins I could go get right now. Ow. Pro tip, don't do that. That hurt. There's a lot of stuff in the Chozo ruins I could go back and get now, but I'm going to wait until I have the other upgrades first, because there's a lot of stuff there. Sir. Sir. Go away. Give me that energy. I want that back. And here we have this funky pillar filled with spider ball tracks. At each tier, there is a morph ball bomb slot that rotates separate parts of the pillars as you go. Ugh. Each one of these has something on it, whether it's another directional changer, like this. And it's easy to tell when you've got it lined up. On each one of these, make sure you have it lined up, because you got the little hologram there. Make sure you line it up so that the next one that you need to get off of is lined up with the exit platform. Each of the bomb slots is lined up, so it's easy to see where you need to go. It's just a matter of, well, lining it up. So there you are. That's all taken care of. Rolling along at the speed of ball. Can I? Thank you. And there we go. It's interesting. I'm looking at it now. So, a Metroid Prime randomizer exists. And it is something that I will probably do a couple of times on a stream for good fun. But this means you can get items earlier than you are supposed to. Randomizers do what it says on the tin. It randomizes everything in the game into new locations, causing all sorts of havoc with people who know where things are supposed to be in the game, and suddenly things are not where they are supposed to be, and it's chaos. It's fun. I enjoy it. But, ugh. This means you can end up with the spider ball while you still have the power suit and before you've even picked up the Varia suit. The spider ball has a unique look for each suit. And as it turns out, the power suit shares its model with the gravity suit in morph ball mode, which I think is interesting. You know, like with spider ball mode specifically. If you get the spider ball while you still have the power suit, it loads the gravity suit model, which I think is interesting. These boxes will explode. Back away, let them pop, move on. So, this little gas leak over here is actually a hint. Pop that box there. and you'll kill the shadow pirates hiding in the vents. You'll also get this, which is nice. Everybody loves a good missile expansion. Alley-oop. So that tower back in the Chozo ruins that we had to use a bunch of, well, you know what? We'll talk more about that in a second. Huh, look at this big old tube. I wonder what's in this terrible, awful, big old tube. Certainly nothing evil. Nobody would put anything evil in this tube. And here we are with the Chozo ghost music again. Say hello to the elite pirate. Phazon enhanced space pirate, incredibly strong, armored, and well armed. Elite pirates are potent foes. Their energy siphon system absorbs beam weapon shots. The nature of this system makes them vulnerable to concussion-based weapons. Well armed, the elite pirate is effective in close combat and at a distance. Their massive size can be a weakness, and their sluggish speed allows for evasion and quick attacks. Interesting thing in here is if you read, I think it's this lore here. Yeah, so here. Ow. Well, that's fun. If you look into the light here and you read, it says a shipment of military-grade plasma artillery cannons is en route to Talon 4. The Eganoid Star Marines we acquired them from, we're letting them sit in a warehouse. Our elite pirates, on the other hand, will put them to good use very soon. Well, okay, it's not that one. But one of them will warn you, if you check it, that the cannons themselves let off incredibly high heat signatures. So you can lock onto them with a thermal visor and pepper them with missiles. You see how he keeps raising his hand to try and stop my shots? If I was using a beam weapon, it would just be absorbing it. Like this. If I fire this, he's just absorbing it. Nothing is really being done. So, what you do, you charge up a power beam, you run in close, you get him to do the shockwave, and you hit him with a beautifully well-seasoned super missile. On the house, of course. Because that shockwave is no fun. It hurts like a biatch, and the missiles themselves don't do very much damage. Bleh. And him dying shorts out the energy field so we can move on. And immediately have to deal with a new enemy variant, the Ice Pirate. Just like the other ones, it's pretty obvious what their weakness is. But with them, they're kind of the easiest of them all, because you just pop them with a fully charged ice shot and they're donezo. Phazon nutrient vat. Make sure I'm scanning all the lore. Investigations into a possible ingress point for the impact crater continue to meet with failure. The shield of strange energy that protects it is impermeable, and all attempts to tunnel past it have proven fruitless. Our continued futility in this matter is made all the more significant in light of the recent life form readings we've discovered emanating from deep within the crater. Analysis of the readings indicates that a massive creature is gestating there, absorbing enormous amounts of Phazon from the Phazon core at the heart of the impact crater. This discovery makes accessing the crater doubly important. Not only will it open the door to the vast deposits of Phazon within, but it will also lead us to this creature, whatever it may be. A new Metroid pirate data. Space pirate encrypted data decoded. Security command issued and all points alert after the fall of Zebes. The alert concerns bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is a female hominid and is heavily armed and extremely dangerous. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle, along with a number of potent beam and concussive weapons. All combat units are instructed to terminate Aran on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of her powered armor suit and weapons. A considerable bounty will go to the unit who delivers Aran to command. Dead or alive, it matters not. Dead or alive, I'll have you know I will never see Samus in a bikini playing volleyball. What do you take me for? Consumption of elite nutrient mix. Security level Tau will be in effect until further notice. All leaves cancelled pending downgrade of alert status. See, okay, alright, I just want to point out that the space pirates, this giant, omnipotent, evil force that we're supposed to hate with every fiber of our being, have a leave system in place that is still better than Amazon's. Bioform Samus Aran continues to assault our holdings on Talon 4. Security has been compromised in multiple areas. Casualty rates are rising. Command has authorized a sizable bounty for the capture or termination of Aran. Report to your field officers for details. Science team is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's arsenal based off of data acquired from her assaults on our forces. Progress is slow but steady. Command would dearly enjoy turning Aran's weapons against her. We believe we can implement beam weapon prototypes in 3 cycles. Aran's power suit technology remains a mystery, especially the curious morph ball function. All attempts at duplicating it have ended in disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged our morph ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on afterward. Ladies and gentlemen, Samus is more flexible than aliens with exoskeletons. I mean, I guess that's not that much of a surprise. It's like being coated in armor you can't take off. Yeah, the ice pirates, even when frozen, you still have to hit them with ice shots. You can't pop them with a you can't just pop them with a missile like you can everything else. Evaluation of plasma artillery cannons is complete. The weapons are fully functional, but a flaw has been discovered. Subpar thermal shielding gives them a high heat signature. This could make them easier to target for enemies with enhanced vision capabilities. So this is where you find out that they are thermal. That they have a high heat signature. Are people talking in chat? Is my thing just not updating? Let's find out.
No, it's just people just start talking.
Okay, I just want to make sure chat didn't glitch out. I don't know how I would fix that, but I was worried that chat might have broken. Okay. Hello, buddy. Nice. Security alert. Computer systems compromised. Bioform Samus Aran has cracked our systems. The hunter can access our system at will and is able to bypass most of our security programs. Use manual locking systems when possible. Facility commands request for elite pirate transfer to security forces granted. Prepare units numbers for field duty at once. Metroid aggression levels are rising. Be alert for any attempts by Metroids to escape from quarantine areas. Their energy absorption ability is not able to disrupt our force fields, but continued exposure for Phazon may change things for the worse. Stop juicing the Metroids. They're getting too strong. They don't need any more juice. Please stop. My Metroid is too powerful. It's eaten through its tank and half my fridge. Results are in from field studies on the bioform group Chozo, who we believe are extinct. We believe that Talon 4 was once a great stronghold in a great Chozo empire, brought low by the meteor strike. Planetary devastation brought an end to the Chozo, yet remnants of their society remain. We are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us, we destroy. In time, we shall have all we need from this dead race and shall wipe this planet clean of their ugly ruins. The dead should serve the living, not hinder them. A new pirate data entry has been downloaded. Although we are still no closer to finding the artifacts of the Chozo, we have at least produced a viable hypothesis for their function. It appears that each of the artifacts corresponds to one of the statues on the temple platform, and that each one acts as a small key to a huge lock. Judging by the number of statues, we assume there must be 12 artifacts. Once we find the resting spots of all 12, we can bring them here, unite them with their statues, and open the gate system at long last. Once we do, the impact crater, and whatever creature it shelters, will be ours for the taking. Phazon infused fungal harvesting continues. Replacement of Deca tried to kadaba. Feed them to our pirates, make them strong. Security requests deployment of elite pirates in Metroid quarantine areas. The high casualties suffered by standard pirate units deployed in Metroid areas is not acceptable. See, even space pirates get upset when their employees die randomly. They get really upset about it and actively try to prevent it. Bezos! Reconfiguration of security drones authorized. Deploy new drones to mission critical areas immediately. Force field offline. Access granted. Well, that's not very good lore. Maybe this one's better. We've come to another dead end. It is clear now that we will never discover the locations of the Chozo's artifacts until we can decipher the messages carved into the statues in this abominable temple. Our language databases are woefully inadequate, and our linguistic analysts can come up with little more than vague theories. The best hypothesis that we can offer is that finding artifacts will require items spiritually linked to the Chozo civilization. However, without these items, we are lost, and Command grows more impatient by the day. Results must be produced soon. Oh, good. And here's more lore. You guys tired of me reading you stories yet? There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities at Chozo ruined sites. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo ghosts. Few have survived. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere, brief sightings of the enemy, then nothing, only to be followed by yet another attack. Science team believes these attacks are in response to our efforts and to recover Chozo relics and artifacts. Somehow, these entities are able to interact with the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifacts to themselves. We will make them pay for such arrogance, for even ghosts can be destroyed.
Recording to logbook.
Analysis continues on these cursed ruins in the Chozo temple that hovers near them. We are now completely certain that the containment field denying us access to the impact craters linked to strange artifacts that belong in the temple, but we are no closer to finding them or a resolution to this matter, so we must redouble our efforts. X-ray squadrons will begin terrain sweeps within days. Until they begin, patrols are instructed to report any and all architectural anomalies to their commanders. Oh god, that was awful. I'm sorry. Increased Phazon portion of elite rations. Standard hatch covers continues. Planetary stealth function is back online. Cool. So now it's hard for us to find them from orbit. Boy, if only there was a way for me to find them without having to go to orbit. Ventilation fan is working at minimal level. Oh. Activation of vent system will bring it to full power. Cool. Well, we're in here now. Oh, well, now that I'm in here. Oh, man, they're venting in toxic gas. Oh, no. Oh, oh, it's terrible. Oh, God. All right. Okay, we're in the next room. Metroids from the initial batch have matured to hunter phase. Be advised that the hunter Metroid has a siphon tentacle and it can attack with it from a distance, as opposed to the close combat tactic used by younger Metroids. Increased regression levels observed in latest elite pirate units, increasing Phazon feed by 0.07% per science team mandate. Metroid activity is accelerating in non-frigid areas. They realize that you keep moving them to cold places, so they're not trying to kill you before you can move them to cold places. Yeah, so I want to point out that just walking around this area has caused a lot of damage to me. I missed that jump. This is unfortunate. Okay. Oh, he's already dead. Cool. Great. That makes my life easier. Hello there, friend. Would you like a super missile? Ow. Yeah, no other area in the game hurts as much as this place does. There are certain enemies that will just mess you up in each area, but this place is full of them. Top to bottom. Enemies everywhere that will just make your life hell. Let's grab some energy. Let's disable the containment field. That door's open now. What the hell? Unauthorized Metroid feeding is strictly prohibited. No, you cannot have a Metroid as a pet. Death to the hunter, death to all who oppose us. What are you doing now? All I see is you've pulled out a staple gun, and I'm still on stream. A new pirate data entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Elite Pirate Upsilon's propensity for Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse it far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its constant Phazon diet has increased its mass exponentially, but it has retained all mental faculties and shows dexterity with all elite weaponry, including plasma incendiary launchers and the chameleon manta issued for cloaking purposes. Elite Pirate Upsilon exhibits miraculous healing abilities. When injured, it seeks out Phazon deposits and coats itself in the substance, which instantly mends the creature's wounds. The subject, which we are codenaming Omega Pirate, based on these developments, shows potential to be a new standard for our armies. Our only concern at this point is its potential overdependence on Phazon. As results from battle simulations Samus Aran are promising, elite units report a 74% success ratio against Aran in testing. High Command is pleased, but expects a higher ratio by project's end. So far, their actual batting average is 0. Increased bomb boot patrols in authorized areas. Yeah, okay. Scramble all aerial units immediately. Flight pattern Sigma 4 is in effect. Unit ident code EPG80 blah 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 blah. Here, I'm gonna throw a message out here. Make sure my chat's actually, working. Alright, cool. It updated on my PC and on my mobile dashboard. Alright, well, looks like everything's here. Alright, cool. Disregard the message, everybody. Clickety clackety. Time to make some noise. Cool. Well, let's do this. Boop, beep, boop, bop, beep, boop. There you go. So, do you remember that tower we went to in the Chozo ruins that had the wave buster in it? That tower's a pain in the neck, but it, I would argue, is essential for this next room. Because in here, we have something we have never encountered. Something invisible. So you can dumb firefight it, or you can just use the wave buster. This boss fight killed me on my first attempt. And I would like to point out, this was the only, let's look at the map. Let's look at the map. I have entered pretty much every door that I had access to along the way. Okay. And there was no save station on this path. I mean, there might have been one in there. I don't know. I actually should go back and check that out. But I don't think that there was a save station in there. And I know there's not one there. We can't get through there. So, like, I died here, which meant that I had to do all this part again. Don't do a me. Multiple safety system malfunctions detected. Unit should be taken offline immediately. So it was something. And now to retrieve our next upgrade through this lovely little electric maze. Cool. Cool. And thanks, Squid. I wanted to make sure my chat was actually, like, updating and not, having a bunch of people ask me questions and them thinking that I'm ignoring them. It's like, oh, look, another guy who's just ignoring me. I promote engagement with my audience. I like hearing everybody talk. So, you just roll your way through the maze, pop these little water puddles, and you put out the electric maze. Cause a gigantic effing explosion. And then you hop out. Ladies and gentlemen, the power bomb. An item that will finally let us destroy fucking Bendezium. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, not that way. No, not that way. I want out of this room. Is that an ice door? That's an ice door. Boop. To another save station. Let's save. We now have power bombs. Power bombs are effectively a room nuke. You drop them in the middle of a room, and it'll take care of most of the problems in that room. Not every enemy is susceptible to it. Only certain ones are, but it's really good as just like a generic. Like, I don't like all of these enemies in this room. I would like to reduce that number, and it usually does a pretty good job of doing that. Clickety clackety, clickety clackety. Alright. Hopping up. Skipping around. This is how you're supposed to make your way back out. I don't trust that. So we can stay there. Alley-oop. Oh, look. Another elite pirate. So the best trick for hitting this is just doing a double jump and firing off the missile. The odds of him being able to reach up there to block it is minimal. And it's just, once that's gone, it's much easier to just run up to him, say, hey buddy, and coax him into doing the ground pound. Once he has done the ground pound, then you just feed him a delicious super missile. Just in case you didn't remember how to deal with elite pirates the last time you ran into them. The good news is there is a finite number of elite pirates in the game, and they will never just spawn more in a room. It's always one that you saw going through it and would have become active as you passed. They don't ever just drop fresh elite pirates in a room, and that is something I'm grateful for because they are a little tedious. They're a little tedious to fight. Did I scan all these? I did. Good. Yeah, people make jokes that you have to traipse around the entirety of the game with the scan visor open, otherwise you're going to miss stuff, and there's a degree of truth to that, but I don't think it's necessary. Blow open that Bendisium grate, hippity hop your way on out of there, and then activate the ventilation system. Bop, 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 bop. And bada bing, bada boom, the ventilation is clear in this room. Hippity hop, and grab that energy tank. And with that dealt with, now we can safely boost ball our way back up to where we want to be. This is the only way to leave this room. Other than, well, the way we came in, but, you know, that's irrelevant. Sir. Gotcha. Alright, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Open. There we are. This is another good example of why I like the trilogy version. I would have been stuck in that room for at least another couple of seconds while I'm just getting absolutely walloped. Oh yeah, so you might have noticed here, this map is separated into 2 levels, connected by these little triangles. It's because the area was too vertical for them to do an accurate 3D map without them having to skip around a little bit with little markers. Prime 2 does this a couple of times, but, and I don't remember if Prime 3 does it. Nah, we'll figure that out when we get there. Anyway, looking at my menu, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 3 more energy tanks to get. I will ideally be getting the rest of them here shortly. Go away. Thank you. And up we go. Bop. So, this is why I came back. Bendesium wall. Pop it like is it. And hop in. You can't see where it docks, but it's pretty safe to assume since you can't see it on your side. That's where it goes. Let's see here. Well, don't do what I just did. Because now you'll have to go the whole way back up. Because you got a little overzealous. As our next goal is to rotate all of the yellow pathway along. And I didn't comment on it before, but hope the Zamail run was, well, painless. Really hope it was painless. Because Zamail is either fine or awful. And I hope it was fine. Were you queuing alone, or did you queue with somebody else? These DPS queues, man. No wipe. Well, that's good. Was there almost a wipe? Was it the frogs? Pretty sure it was the frogs. Oh, solo. Okay, you just ran through it. All right, cool. All right. Oh, wait, no, not solo. It was a solo queue. Yeah, I don't pity that queue time. That sucks. It just straight up sucks. Sorry I had to wait so long. But no wipe means it was at least, you know, productive. Anyway, grapple beam. Kept it out of my hands for as long as they possibly could. But I've got it back now. Samus, please don't make a habit of shooting the camera. And now with the grapple beam, we can go get our final, air quotes, traversal upgrade. It's another water tank. Gotta hippity hop your way on through. This one doesn't have an energy tank hidden in it though. Just out you go. I am missing 3. I know where 2 are. Where is the 3rd? Anyway, by accessing this, we now have a shortcut, ow, in and out of the deep areas of the Phazon Mines. That's our first shortcut. Now it's just a matter of trying to remember which energy tank I'm missing. Because I know there's one. Dragoon. Oh, the Dragoon died by falling off the ledge with the frogs. Yeah, the frogs always claim someone. No one ever escapes a mile without a death. So I'll pour one out for Dragoon McFlips a lot. Anyway, with this upgrade... Oh, I don't need to... Oh, no! That was planned. Yes. Totally, 100%. So there was a... So, okay. I know where one of the energy tanks is. I know where the other one is. Did I miscount? I don't think I miscounted. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I am missing 3 energy tanks. Again, I know where one of them is. And okay, I know where 2 of them are. Alright, that's gonna take me back up to the Chozo Ruins. But I think... We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take a little detour while we're up here. On the... There we go. We'll go up the corkscrew. And we're gonna go over here. And then we pop this bad boy. Except we don't... Oh my god. Of course not. Of course I am. Of course I am. I am ashamed. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. Going back down. Alright, what is... Well, I guess it's a good opportunity to go back through here, I guess. I know I got the energy tank that was in here. Right, we're going back through Waterland. Because I need to scan those frickin' pirates. Okay. I don't think this place is great to go backwards through. In fact, I think this place is terrible to go back through. You know what? Aqua pirates exist, man. Good for them. Fire trucks exist too. Alley-oop. Alley-oop. And off we go. Okay. You know, I appreciate the energy. Thank you. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright. Alright. Great. Fantastic. Amazing. Perfect. Outstanding. Tremendous. Phenomenal. Okay. So, that item was a power bomb pickup. I should probably scan it when I get the chance, but that's a problem for future me. And here I'm living by the seat of my pants, jumping through nature at aggressive velocity. That was another power bomb. It's fine. Everything's fine. Why would it be anything less than fine? Yeah. Also, hey Raylar, welcome to the stream. That was not another power bomb. I think it was energy, but that's fine. That's my final power bomb. Alright, drop. There we go, missile expansion. And now we go back to just letting the physics go. When it comes to riding the half pipes in this game, it's better to just completely let go of the control stick and let the boost ball do all the work for you. Anyway, welcome to this place. What is this place? I don't know, but it's got a cool new pair of glasses. Behold. The X-ray visor. The final visor in the game. It does cool X-ray things. But first, let's thank that seedling for his service, because he is a never-ending resupply of power bombs. Because you cannot exit this area without a power bomb. Game design, ladies and gentlemen. If you need a power-up to leave a room and it's a power-up with ammo, make sure that there's a way to replenish it in rooms that require it to escape. Have I never scanned a seedling? Alright, well, whatever. I've done it now. And kaboom! Yes. Sound design. So, we are here. Interesting little situation here. Gonna pop that. Oh hey, I have released a tube. The tube has a spinner. Let's do some spinning. Behold! A Chozo artifact. Alley-oop. This is the artifact of Chozo, the 7th of 12. So we have found 4 of them in the wild. 1 of them was given to us for free. Bam. Sir, I would like another power bomb, please. Gotta keep my stock at full. You never know when I'm gonna need them. Alright, and you hit me hop. And then you jump over here. We'll do a little ball. Then you go boop. Then you go whoop. And then you go whoop. Everything's fine. Continue hopping around, passing through. This way. Down. Oh! Behold! My nemesis! The Chozo Ghosts. Except now, we are more prepared to fight them than ever before. With the X-ray visor. It's very jarring to look through, but if I can get eyes on one, this pretty much gives you the ability to keep track of them no matter where they go. Previously, when they jumped through objects, you could lose them, you could lose sight of them. But now you always know where they are. Because apparently X-rays can be used to see ghosts. Where you at? I know you're around here somewhere. And boom! I will ask the History Channel. And I bet they'll also tell me that UFOs totally exist and can only be seen if you look at them through sunglasses and an eclipse telescope. Clickety clackety. What are you doing up there? Alley-oop. There we go. So Raylar, with you here, how's the audio sound? Am I overwhelming? Is the game overwhelming? Is everything okay? God forbid everything's actually in balance for a change. How are you? Fantastic. Good. I'm glad to hear that. So what I'm hearing is don't change anything. Good. Game audio is real good. Especially since we're going to be going into one more trek through Magmore, and you will all get to hear the true majesty of that theme again. Alright, and this time for the first time for the last time. Ow! Alright, then we go this way. Dang. 6 whole viewers in here. Holy crap. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for spending your time. Yeah, good settings don't change. So, thanks for taking the time to show up, guys. I appreciate having you here. So if you guys desire to go back and check these VODs out or look for highlight reels, keep an eye on my YouTube channel. I happen to have an editor working with me now who's going to work on clipping down my VODs. And it's actually Rolly, who was here on Tuesday. He was very kind and wanted to help. So be very nice to him if you see him. Being super helpful. Alright. Time for more Chozo ghosts. But let's see if I can make it to the missile room before they show up. I will not do any such thing. Okay. How many of you are there this time? There are 3 of you. That's not how physics work. Then again, you are a ghost. I don't think you care. I'm out of missiles. Alright. Ow. Yeah, fun little feature. It is called the X-ray visor, of course. But if Samus shields her eyes from an attack while I have this visor active, you can actually see the bones in her arm. It's really neat. And if I look at from certain angles, this is actually something I didn't realize until a friend of mine mentioned this. I'm gonna see, where are you? There you are. Get out of here. Alright. Let's go to a room that maybe is less auspicious. So look at Samus's hand. This is not something I realized until I was told about it. But if you look at the shape of her hand... Get out of here, Loki. She's kind of rocking out a little bit. But... now look. This... I didn't know about this until Dandy actually pointed this out to me. Her hand is different based on which beam you have active. That's just... it's such a nice touch. I can't believe I didn't notice it until recently. The X-ray visor makes a return in one of the next Prime games, and it's very visible there, but I didn't realize it was visible here. Yes, hi Loki. Yeah, obscure but super neat, and flipping through them and while looking at it, I just realized it matches the icon over here based on what beam I have active. It's really fun. Little details like that. Stuff they didn't have to put in there, but they did. And I appreciate that tremendously. I just realized that me coming this way now means I have to come back this way later. Alright, that's fine, I suppose. Well, I'll be coming back this way anyway. There is another energy tank, but I don't think it's there. I think it's in one of the other rooms. Yeah, I think it's in that room that way. Well, we'll find it. We'll find it as we go. I'm gonna try and grab. Oh my god. See what I mean? They show up everywhere, and I just. They slow you down. They don't serve any real purpose. But because they are a mid-game enemy that can actually do you harm even in the late game, they just fill every room with them. Get out of here. Yeah, interesting thing going on right here in this space, don't you think? Clunk. Mob, mob. No. No. Nope. There we go. No! Always trust your gut. Always trust your gut. My gut told me I was too far. Now, Tony Hawk, the famous Chozo morph baller. Though I say famous, but nobody ever recognized him. Turns out he's been in a lot of major Chozo lore, but because nobody knew who he was, they just kind of like, oh, and then there was that guy. I swear to goodness. There we go. Balls. Alright. Alright, you go away. You offer nothing meaningful. You can't see him outside of the morph ball. That's all he does. It's just like... He even does interviews in the morph ball. You kind of have to go off of, like, guessing, because nobody can really speak morph ball. There we go. All that for missile expansions. Well, the most involved in the game. We are at 150. Only 100 to go. That means there are 20 expansions left to grab. Alley-oop. Now we go this way. Blow that up. Whom. Go away. Go away. Okay, so let's see. That's the burn dome. Nothing unique in the burn dome, and I've already grabbed everything in the energy core, so we're moving on. Yeah, we are officially in the super backtrack stage of a Metroid game. Which means we probably won't be beating it tonight, but we'll definitely be beating it next week. Though, it is my hope that we can at least clear, clear the Phazon Mines tonight. Alright. Get through here. The dynamo in the back has nothing new for us, but this little cavern back here houses a missile expansion I only learned about in like my last 3 playthroughs. It's very sneaky. Yeah. Shocking turn of events. I have never 100%ed this game. I've picked up all 100% of the pickups. but I missed like one scan somewhere. So I've gotten like 99.8% of the game. Something I hope to remedy, but only if it feels natural to do so. I don't want to be going all over hell and back for the rest of the game, picking up stuff. Hey, ghosts! This is a room where I can actively just skip you, because there's nothing left in this room for me to do. Goodbye. Fuck off, ghosts! Now, you've probably seen this room on the map and been wondering why I didn't bother going in here. Well, to put it plainly, there was really no reason for me to do so. Because you come this way, you open this door, and immediately a hot room. So this was a room that I couldn't get into until I had the Varia suit. But I got the Varia suit so early, why didn't I come in here? Because of these fuckers. And boom. It's apparently a fun trick for like just skipping through this, but meh. Allowing you to grab the morph ball early, but... Or not the morph ball, but the power bomb early, because the power bomb expansion also just gives you access to a power bomb. The power of our temple and the 12 artifacts has shielded evil in the depths of this temple. However, the future is cloudy to us. A world of veils where dark apparitions flit around in the shadows. Within this strange world, one image stands out in the mist, flickering through the landscape, wraith-like. It is a human, a lone figure shining in the toxic shadows. We Chozo do not know who it is, but our hearts swell with hope at the promise of that glowing light. We will place our faith in our shrine. We will be there when the light shines upon our land. I believe that should be the last Chozo lore, unless I missed one somewhere. Boy, do I hope I didn't miss one. This room. God damn it. I'm so sick of yous. Somebody called the Scoobs, because I'm tired of it. I'm going to call the Scooby-Doo crew. I would like you to become tangible. Thank you. I'll come back to where I can hit you. Go away. Beautiful. And more Tony Hawk Pro ball in later. Bam. I'm gonna not do that one yet. That one's on a timer. Let's hit this one first. Cool. That's the path forward. That's very important. Now we'll activate the elevator. Roll into the elevator. There you go. Energy tank acquired. That was the one that I had forgotten about. Interesting thing, I always get this room confused with a different room in this game, and I always think this room is in Metroid Prime 2. That's not, you know, interesting, I just think it's weird. I can catalog so much else in this game, but my brain just refuses to put this room in the right folder. Alright. Now that we're over here. Get some proper momentum. Alley-oop. Boom, another missile expansion. We got a power bomb expansion, an energy tank, and a missile expansion out of that detour. Nothing but good stuff. Now, while we're here, we're going to go ahead and go this way. Yeah, an odd phenomenon. It's bizarre. It's like I can remember where so much other stuff is in this game. You tell me where you get the missile launcher, and I'll tell you. Where do you find... Oh my fucking god. No. I refuse. I absolutely will not. You ask me where you get the boost ball, I can describe that room to you in detail. You ask me where the typical third energy tank is, I can probably answer that for you. It's just, it's so weird that room always gets filed away under a different game. This is that super secret room that we needed the gravity suit to get. And look what's in it. Another Chozo artifact. Need so many of these stupid things. Ugh. Excuse me. So weird. I feel like I'm hearing cicadas, and I know I'm not. Oh, nice. I hope that my blabbering mouth isn't causing any problems on your end. I know how much intensity that required. No, that's okay. That's okay. You don't need to always be typing. Just knowing you're there makes me happy. Yeah, I know that I can't focus on. I can't focus on games while other people are talking in the same room. I need some sort of. I need to be able to focus at certain points, and F-Zero specifically is a very intense game for like brain demand for me. All right, I think we've got every. Yeah, Code of Silence, pretty much. Which is why it's like if I like having stuff on in the background while I'm doing menial repetitive stuff like grinding in Pokemon or, you know, Warframe. Oh, please, versus that you mean a public execution. That's what that would be. You and I both know that. Like, I don't even know if it would be a challenge. My competition would be the rest of the AI, making sure that I come in second. Meanwhile, you're like, yeah, by the way, I finished the race like 3 minutes ago, even though the record time on this track is like 1.5 minutes. It's like, I did more than just beat this on the Ruby Cup. I also beat this on the Sapphire Cup, and the time it's taking you to beat it on Ruby. I always think about that awkward zombie comic that came out around the same time as X and Y, where they'd go walking through the unskippable catch a Pokemon tutorial, and it's just like, no, listen, lady, you don't understand. I've been doing this since before you were born. In the time that we've had this conversation, I've already grabbed all 8 gym badges, and just the evolution of that conversation. And the time that you've been sitting there dumbfounded, I've already caught the legendary Pokemon. Yeah, I'd like to point out I tried Sapphire on Novice, and I couldn't even get through that. So, yeah. You would have to deliberately sabotage yourself. But the good news is, the good news is, I do have a functioning GameCube, and I have an HDMI upscaler, so we could ostensibly stream that at some point too, after I, you know, stop embarrassing myself. Kills you on like Mute City kills you, huh? That is something that surprises me. I didn't think anything in Mute City would be able to hurt you. Cool. I'm glad you're on board for that. I want to prioritize the Metroid Marathon for now. But once we're done with that, I am on board for all sorts of shenanigans. Hell, yeah. As a banter series. Yeah, yeah, no, that would work. No, go away. No, I didn't want to lock onto you. Get me. No, blah, blah. Yeah, but like I want to be able to stream Skyward Sword. I want to be able to. There's a lot of stuff I want to be able to fit in after we're done with Metroid. But right now, this is my priority. With Dread coming, I got to make sure all you folks are ready in case you decide to pick it up. Oh! Yeah. So, ow. Oh, shit. Magmore Caverns is filled with tons of grapple beam shortcuts. So now that I have that, there's a lot of stuff in rooms I'll be able to just skip as a result. Sir? Sir. Alright, you know what? No, I have the missiles to spare. Fuck you. What? Alright. So, this room has another interesting little secret in it. So remember when I was traipsing around earlier trying to find an item that I hadn't found, and I'm like, oh man, I know there's something else in here? That's because there is. In this room, there are some floating platforms that you cannot see. Trying to... that is this room, right? I'm not making an ass out of myself here. Totally making an ass out of myself. Nope, yep, here they are. Yeah, invisible platforms. That right there was a good example of me just using the mapping in the area to skip some other stuff. Hey, look at that. There's something funky in there. I can't see what it is. That's thermal. And then just charge it up. And another missile expansion. There's so much shit like that just hidden in walls throughout this whole frickin' game. Don't be afraid to swap visors. Just don't ever turn on thermal in the lava caves. I know I'm a bad example, but just don't do it. Alley-oop, alley-oop. That's lava. Yeah, so like even the lava damage is minimal now compared to what it used to be. I hate you, and I want you to go away. That does not mean come towards me faster. What in the world? Thank you. What the hell? Give me that energy. Give me. Yeah, so warning, your missiles can sometimes go into orbit. Sometimes they'll decide that... No, I know about the scan data. Don't spoil where we're going. I know where we're going. Stop spoiling it, game. I know. It's a surprise. Man. So we're going back to another room that had a Chozo artifact in it that also has something else neat there. This bridge is down again. Alright, fine. I'm not going to judge you. There are many versions of this song. This one is my favorite. So, this room had a Chozo artifact in it. But, if you look at the floor, Bendesium! Bang! And boom! Another power bomb expansion. Up. Now, just because this room puts you on the that path puts you on the other side of this room, don't discount it. Come back this way because again, Bendesium. Loki, buddy, I need that arm. Okay. So, the Wave Buster is an augment for the Wave Beam. Super Missile is an augment for the Power Beam. The Ice Spreader is an augment for the Ice Beam. This consumes 10 missiles, and only 10 missiles. Is big. This allows you to freeze enemies that aren't normally frozen by the Ice Beam. That's it. It's very helpful for 2 or 3 enemies in the game. Probably the worst upgrade, but it's still... Ah! Every time! Every time, damn it! But it's a good power-up. It's the worst of the beam augments, but it still has its uses. And I would talk more... That's how you use the grapple beam, alright? You don't activate it at all, and instead you dip your toes in the lava. Obviously, that's how the grapple beam is meant to work. But it's very good at in a very specific instance. I would talk more shit on it if it wasn't so useful in that one instance. Lava pedicure. You gotta bring the calluses off, man. With all this running around that Samus does, can you imagine how her feet must look? I take that back. I take that back. Do not imagine what Samus's feet look. Stop it. No, we're just take that whole train of thought in the trash. In the trash. Or the gutter. Honestly, it can go out. No, we're done. We're moving on. No! No, don't! Do not! That is quite possibly the worst thing you could do. Grapple Beam's got a lot of fun trick shots here, but I will say that the game that the Grapple Beam is the best at is in Metroid Prime 3, which we will talk more about when we get there. But in an interesting turn of events, the spores are no longer in this room. They left. This means that if you didn't scan them before, there is now only one room in which they spawn. Congrats. How'd you place? You roll your way into the socket, and then you boost them up. Congrats! That must not have been easy. Alright, and then you roll your way into the next socket. Just keep raising each of these little panels, and each time you do, you line yourself up with a better jump on the next one. Sweet Jesus. At what point do numbers actually, like, stop mattering? Because F-Zero reaches such ludicrous numbers as it is. It's like a kid on the playground. My car goes a bajillion miles an hour! At what point does that number actually stop mattering? At what point did your speedometer just read question marks? Ow. So, this is a big fuck-off spider ball puzzle. And it's pretty great if you ask me. This is one of the best uses of the spider ball in this game. I'm going to hop over here before I do anything else. Tend to be 1,000 to 1,030. Jesus. Plated Parasite. Invulnerable to most weaponry. Yeah, these are the same enemies that were in the furnace. Back where I was Tony Hawking and all that for a single missile expansion. But this is a good use of the spider ball. This is probably the best use of it in this game. You do all this fancy little rolling around. You go, you release. There you go. Ow, ow, Loki, claws, ow. Ow. All right. Jeez. Yeah, seriously. He actually came and sat in my lap and was behaving. So I'm like, all right, cool, you can stay there. And then he decided, nope, this is too nice. What if I decided to cause problems? So from here, this is neat. Even though it looks like you would be on a set track, you can actually freely roll around this. I think this is an excellent use of the spider ball for this. This groin needs more claws. It brings everything back into order. This always makes me nervous. Going here. Please stop doing this. It scares me. Yeah, it's a very clever challenge with the spider ball, and it's a lot of fun. Prime 2 does a lot more with it when we get there, but this is just fun. It's good. Getting bopped doesn't just send you to space. You have a chance to actually recover. It's nice. Using the spider ball in creative ways. Big open spaces. Alley-oop. I would love to be blessed by you, RNGesus, please. Though unfortunately I am but a humble non-affiliate, so I cannot receive monetary blessings. I will take goodwill instead. May my parasite arrangements be good and my pirate spawns not screw me over. Hey, look, the plasma beam. My favorite Metroid Prime title? It's actually Metroid Prime 2. I love Prime 1, and I have played Prime 1 more than I've played Prime 2. But it's like a single, like, 0.1 difference. There's just something about the atmosphere in Prime 2 that I love more than Prime 1, but don't get me wrong, Prime 1's pretty phenomenal. Anyway, Plasma Beam! Returning from many of the games. Yeah, dude, Torvis Bog. No spoilers, but oh man, when we get there, Torvis is my favorite area. Well, okay, it's my second favorite area. Sanctuary Fortress is my favorite, but based on aesthetics alone. But we're done talking about that. We'll talk more about that when we actually get there. But yeah, no, Torvis is amazing, and Prime 2 is just, I love it. I know a lot of people don't, in comparison, but I adore it. So, with this, here we go. See, that takes me to Phendrana. I do want to take that exit. I think so too, but I do like the changes that are there. I assume you're talking about, like, fire areas, which I certainly would have loved. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Oh, anyway, so the Prime 2 talk derailed me a little bit. Plasma Beam, it's amazing. Its base damage is significantly higher than even the Ice Beam. And just, it's fast, it's powerful. Look at how quickly it destroys these air pirates. But most importantly, look what happens when you kill them with it. It is phenomenal. The Plasma Beam doesn't care about you or your feelings. It will just destroy it. This is probably the worst incarnation of it, and it's still so, well, okay, I guess, I don't know, maybe not the worst version of it, but it's great. I love this gun. It's a good gun. And it does. It really does. Especially on anything that lives in Phendrana. The plasma beam is now your best choice for killing anything in Phendrana. With the exception of the frickin' pulse bamboos. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna save while we're here. Yeah, you know what? That's a fair point, but there's a lot of things in Other M that are worse. Ugh. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I almost didn't want to do it for the marathon, but somebody talked me into it. Yeah, I know. I was so excited about it, too. At the time that Other M had been announced, I had only played Prime 1 and 2. And I was so over the moon and ready to go. And there was a lot of changes. And I was so ready for Other M. Yeah, like, I hadn't even gotten to Prime 3 yet, because a friend of mine hadn't lent me his copy yet. But I have played 3. I've actually played every title. I've played every title except for Prime Hunters and Federation Force. And I would actually like to play Federation Force at some point, but oh yeah, no, I've had the trilogy. The moment they announced that it was coming to Wii U, I picked it up like immediately. Anyway, that's the last energy tank we're going to be collecting for a while. Yeah, no, I wasn't able to, yeah, I wasn't able to get the physical version of Trilogy. It was, it just wasn't possible for me to get my hands on a copy. But the digital version is only 20 bucks on the Wii U store. And while that's active, I highly recommend you grab it. Because you get 2 phenomenal games and 1 great game. I do love all of them, but I will admit that 3 is a little bit weaker than the other 2. Yeah, no, the Prime Trilogy is available on Wii U. That's actually what I'm playing. No, it is great. It is great. I just think Prime 1 and 2 are better. And don't get me wrong, out of the entire trilogy, Prime 3 has my favorite location. And we'll shower that with praise while we get there. This is going to be a lot of backtracking and a lot of back and forth, so my commentary is going to be mostly just interacting with chat, but you're right, they do. You're right, they don't. Most of it is through, like, lore. Yeah, most of it's interacted through lore. And I want to point out, Dark Souls is one of my favorite video games on account of the fact that all of its lore is stuff you discover throughout the world. And that's something that I do love. And it's something I loved then. It's something I love more now, though admittedly on my first playthrough, I didn't really know that. There we go. This was that stupid freaking stalactite that I was looking for earlier. Found it. Alley-oop. I missed. I'm sorry, Samish. Your ankles. But, okay, so in 3, not to talk about it too much. I don't like what they did with the beams in 3, though it does harken back to the 2D titles. However, the sound that the plasma beam makes when you charge it is probably my favorite sound in the game. It is so nice. Sound design's is a big deal for me. But it's just, oh man, I love the sound it makes when you charge it. Anyway, Prime 3 does have the special beam, and then it has the specialist beam, which is the beam that you use when anything gets tough. Again, these are all eggshell. These are all eggs I will crack in the future. But Prime 3 has a lot of complications that stop it from being as good as 1 and 2. But that doesn't mean it's less than like an 8 out of 10 for me. I'd honestly be, if I'm gonna be honest, Prime 1 and 2 are like 9.8 and 9.9. They're not perfect. There's always something in every game that is obnoxious. But Yeah, I mean, it's really easy to take advantage of it too. But no, so like Prime 1 and 2 were like a 9.8, 9.9. There are some things about it that irritate me, but as a whole, like the whole game is still phenomenal. And Prime 3 is like a 9.0. It's still fantastic, and I love it. And a lot of people bitch about the waggle tech, but I love it. For reference, for everybody else here, yes, that is something I will knock Prime 2 for. I liked the sense of scale, and I really like the designs of the other areas, but I can acknowledge why other people don't like it. I like how big Prime 2 felt. Though, admittedly, it really, really does hurt the game in the long run. And as somebody who has been doing Prime 2 randomizers, in addition to Prime 1 randomizers, Prime 2 is a lot more fun to randomize, but oh boy. Yeah, no, it is tedious in 2 because there are extra steps, and it does get to be a problem, but I do genuinely love and enjoy the environments in Prime 2, which is the big thing for me. Anyway, rolling in here provides us with a power bomb expansion. There we go. Yeah, so if you guys aren't super thrilled about all the backtracking in this episode, I hate to say it, but Prime 2 is going to have a whole lot more. Yeah, by the way, this door, fuck this door. There's like no, you can't scan this wall. You have to come in here with the X-ray visor and X-ray this very specific spot to know you're supposed to go in here. And I missed this one so many times because of that decision. I hate that door. Alright. That's another artifact down. 4 to go. I can actually get all of these except for one right now. There's one that I cannot get. So we will be doubling back, and there's going to be a lot of backtracking today. But it's better to do it now than to wait and do it later. Honestly, it's the special thing they do to the alternate beam types in Prime 2. I like that it actually required you to use the power beam more than you do in Prime 1. In Prime 1, you really only use the power beam for Chozo Ghosts and Super Missiles. Oh yeah, it's also worth mentioning, using the plasma beam in this game also applies a dot. It's just a damage over time. It melts them gradually. So if the first shot didn't kill them, give it time. But no, I love the upgrades in Prime 2 because... So, you're relatively new here. I've been talking about how on my first playthrough of Prime 1, I beat the game with 100 missiles. It's barely anything. I hated all the beam combinations because I could barely use... I could barely use the missiles. I hated only having 100 of them. Which meant that the final boss was obnoxious because I just didn't have that many missiles. Did I scan you? I did. I made fun of you. Good. But yeah, no, I made it through this game with like the bare minimum power bombs, only 100 missiles. I gathered all of the missile expansions, or not the missile expansions, but the beam combos. I gathered all of those, and I could barely use them because I didn't have any missiles. In Prime 2, I beat the game only having collected one of those special augmentations for the alternate beams, which meant that the fourth beam I barely got to use, and this also meant I didn't get to use any of the combinations in that game, which are way stronger there than they were here. This meant that the final boss was really rough this meant that I just had like no appreciation for a lot of different things. My second playthrough is what made me really fall in love with the game, because I actually picked up way more upgrades on that run through. And I actually got to use the other beams, and I got to actually use all of the other missiles, and it was nice. Yeah, it's so strong, it's ridiculous. But imagine that you get that, and imagine the fleeting joy you get because you have, you can't use it for that long. It's terrible. Yeah, no, it was amazing. And so, on the subsequent playthrough where I actually got to use the damn thing, I had a much better time. And I do love that every upgrade gets used constantly. Well, without spoiling it, the final mobility upgrade you get in the second to last area, the third major zone. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, by the way, so this is the first time we've run into them since we got the ice beam. Metroids are just as weak to it as they've always been. Except even more so now. 1 missile is all it takes to kill them. 5 missiles, who? Yeah, the plasma beam is stronger against every enemy in the game except for the Metroids. Don't even bother using it against the Metroids. It takes just as long as, I think, the wave beam. Yeah, no, Metroids are a joke in this game. And it's unfortunate because they're what the series is named after. They're a complete freaking joke. But no, so regarding Prime 2. We were talking about the third area. Yeah, the final. Yeah, it is said that they're weak to cold temperatures. RNGesus, have you ever played the 2D titles? Okay. Yeah, no. Other M does a decent job of portraying their weakness, but in the 2D titles. So yes, it is well known that Metroids are weak to cold temperatures. But what isn't known is that in the 2D titles, you freeze them, and then it takes 5 missiles to kill them. In the Prime titles, thankfully, they're like, oh yeah, no, it's only going to take 1. But it meant that, and Metroids in the 2D titles barely stayed frozen. They were incredibly dangerous pretty much the whole time. So if you didn't kill them quickly, they would mob you. I have some VODs on the channel if you want to go back and look at my Zero Mission playthrough, but it's shown there. I get wombo comboed by Metroids because they are relentless in Zero Mission. Oh yeah, it goes without saying that the freaking plasma beam shows up as super hot on the thermal visor. Yeah, they were, and it's actually my least favorite iteration of them because they're horrifying in 3. I hate how they look in 3. And 3 actually made them a threat. Alright. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, no, check them out. They are, in that game, they are labeled as Phazon Metroids. Or I think they're called Phase Metroids. But they are awful. I hate that variation of them. Alright, you know what? I don't have all these missiles for me to just sit on them. What? Again with the orbiting missile. Get out of here. Where are you? Radar? Radar, help me. There you are. Bye. And there's more. Bye. The ones in 2 I actually liked. They the change in design there was actually really nice. Okay, so this isn't the one. Cool. Forgot how generous they were with the Yeah, no, not those ones. The other variant. But I do like the other variant. Yeah, so this stupid thing... we got the clue for the Chozo artifact in this area a long time ago, but this stupid little layer of ice was what was preventing us. We couldn't even use missiles to break these. You can't even use a super missile to break these. It's gotta be the plasma beam. And once you have that, then you switch back to the frickin' power beam. And you shoot yourself in the face because you're so angry. But then you actually line up the shot. And you cause immense property damage. And the camera zooms in because it's all intense. Just in case you didn't notice this new hole in the ground then. And you drop in. So interesting thing, they talk about how well hidden these Chozo artifacts are. These freaking space pirates couldn't even find this freaking artifact in their base that was somehow planted here after they built it. Somehow these guys are the greatest threat in the galaxy. Yeah. 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 There we go. Alright, guys, there's this clue. It's talking about the control tower. Do we know what that could possibly mean? I don't know, guys. It definitely doesn't mean the control tower in our base. No, of course not. We would have noticed that. Idiots. Idiots, a lot of them. Alright, do I want to backtracking it? No. Alright, because there's a ton of other stuff around here. Yeah, I gotta go all the way back that way. Alright. Going the long way. Is this the way I came in? No. Down we go. Alright, only 14? 14 more to go. Ah, Christ. I mean, I'm sorry, RNGesus. I didn't mean to say your name in vain. Yeah, no, those ones were nasty. Especially considering that your primary way of freezing them in that game was much harder to actually hit them with. You know what? I don't have time for you or your nonsense. We're leaving. We're leaving. I want to leave. You're not letting me leave. Okay. Alright. Fine. I still hate you. And I hate your stupid friend. I hate those stupid security drones. I swear. Okay, I am in the right building. Did I never? I did not. Alright, so this is a cordite container. Fuck it. Oh no, I did! Why the hell would you build up that column again if it was already empty? Alright, whatever. You know what? You guys are... Get out of my way. You do your thing. I'm out of here. No. I explicitly choose not. I choose not to envision that. I do not want to know what it would be like if they were on Earth. We would all be dead. As if there weren't enough predators on this planet that can tear our tiny bodies apart. We don't need Metroids. The predators don't need help. That's a map station. Coming through. Thank you. We do? Why would you curse me with such knowledge? You know what? You got a valid point there. I love my kids dearly, but man, do they suck the energy out of me. Thankfully, they're going back to school, being safe Their teachers really care about keeping them safe. We've had to talk with them about masks. I got a power bomb expansion just for them. I don't know. They definitely suck some joy out, but I do think they bring it back eventually. Oh yeah, the Sheegoth is a basic enemy now. But unlike the power beam, he cannot absorb the plasma beam. Alright. Is it this room? It's not this room. No, there's the morph ball bombs. I think there's one more secret around here. Or is that in the other zone? Yeah, so naturally having the plasma beam opens up a lot of frozen pathways here in Phendrana. Alright. I think that's it for this room. And this is the way I want to go. Come here. Yeah, no, they did. They reused the visual effect. Just like they reused this one for the... they reused this one, and this one, and this one in Prime 2 for various different models. Yeah. It's consistent. They spent the time animating the cool transformations from missile mode to beam mode, and they're like, you know what? We're just not gonna struggle with this anymore. Anyway, that's made of cordite. Blow it up, scan it. I think I've already done this. I feel like I might have already done this. Yeah, no. They didn't want to go with the elongated look for the plasma in 3. God, this game's 20 years old. Almost. Christ. Yeah, but they didn't want the plasma to have the elongated barrel in 3 because it was going to be replaced later on. So they wanted to give something that instead was like a visual increase in power. At least I think that was the excuse I heard. I don't know. It didn't bother me that much, mostly because the version you get after the plasma looks so much cooler. Though it doesn't sound as neat. Yeah. Though to be fair, 3 was supposed to be released sooner from what I understand, but because the Wii was coming out, they needed to make the Wii's unique gimmicks shine. So a lot of assets got changed and reused. 3 still has some of my favorite boss fights, but I do really enjoy the fights in Prime 1 and 2. Dread's going to be so great, and I'm glad that they at least acknowledge that Prime 4 is still happening. It's just, you know, it's hard. It's hard to top 1 and 2, because they tried with 3, and 3 has a lot of really good things in it, but it's just, oh god. Yeah, but consider, they pretty much had to restart development like twice. And they changed dev teams. Also, Chozo Artifact. 2 more to get. Before we go back to the mines. Yeah. What was that? That's fine. Oh. There's nothing in that room. There's nothing else in this room. This was the big thing. Yeah, no, they were really unhappy, and they brought Retro back. The thing that has me concerned is a lot of the original devs that worked on Prime 1 and 2 no longer work at Retro, so I really hope that the quality is still there. And I mean, Nintendo had the sense to cancel it and try again. And that alone, yeah, I know exactly. Too bad most of them are gone. Nintendo at least had the sense to cancel it or not to cancel it, but to restart it rather than just outright cancel it. And yeah, exactly. That alone takes guts. And it has me optimistic. Nintendo almost never just completely reboots a game. One of the most notable examples was Breath of the Wild, and look what we got out of that. I think Skyward Sword went through a couple of changes too, but that I actually think I'm wrong about that. Hold on. No, Twilight Princess changed a couple of times, but its overall vision remained on point. I think Breath of the Wild is a fantastic game. It's not my favorite Zelda game. It does a lot of really neat things. It does a lot of really fun things that I like and that I enjoy. It was exactly what we needed. Oh yeah. Oh, were you not here when I fought the Sheegoth the first time? No, they're super cool. I love how they look. But they are wretched and awful. And the boss fight with it is... as a boss, it's obnoxious. As a standard enemy, I think it's really good. But the Plasma Beam completely cheeses it. Also a missile expansion. Yeah, it's a terrible Zelda title, but it's a fantastic game. I liked the Divine Beasts, but they were much too small for my liking. I loved their concepts, and that would have been something I would have loved to see explored in an entire dungeon and not just like a little micro experience. Yeah. No, and, you know, the shrines are fun. I really did enjoy the shrines, but I do think that there's a balance between classic dungeons and keeping the shrines. One of my favorite things about Twilight Princess is, yeah, Breath of the Wild has a bunch of bugs, but, you know, so does Skyrim, and people love Skyrim. Even if, you know, it's been the only Elder Scrolls title for, like, 20 years. I think that's everything over here. Now I can go ahead and I can go ahead and head back to make my way back over to Magmore and then back over to Talon from there. So we're going to be going to that entrance because there's one more thing that way. All right, cool. I know where I'm going. Yeah, but that's also an MMO, and I'm going to be honest, as much as I like Elder Scrolls lore, I don't like the idea of Elder Scrolls gameplay in an MMO setting. That doesn't seem like it has enough substance for me. But if I hear people enjoy it, that's good. But I only have enough room for one MMO in my life. And 14 has sucked enough of my life out of me. And Warframe is sucking away what else is left. Yeah, but... you know, I'm glad that Elder Scrolls Online is good for the people who enjoy it, but I played, like, a week of it back when it was relatively new, and I did not like it. Yeah, I do. I do play Warframe. Yeah, what do you play on? Do you play on PC? I play primarily on, I play on my PS5, and before that on my PS4. Yeah, the freaking, the bullet jump. Doing it all over the everything. Yeah, no, bullet jumping everywhere. I love Warframe's mobility, but God, it is... yeah, no, Rhino's a good one. Rhino's a really good one to start with. He's a good, solid, tanky frame, but there are plenty of others that do his job better, in my opinion. I like frames that are super tanky, but don't, you know, look like they're tanky. Like, one of the ones I play is modeled after, like, a male dancer. It's modeled after Neza from Chinese mythology. So you got the wheels and the feet and the big halo and shit, and it looks really cool. But he's fire-based, and his whole gimmick is, oh, I activate this thing, I absorb all this damage, and now you have to do, like, 5 times that amount of damage to actually hit my health. And that's something I think is really fun. I don't like you. I don't know why I'm spending my missiles on you, but go away. Yeah, so the thing with Warframe is it's a grinder. Warframe is a grind game, and I play mostly because I try to get stuff ready for the high-end stuff. The high-end stuff is a ton of fun, and then I go back to grinding for the high-end stuff while I wait for my friends to get back online. That's my gameplay loop for Warframe. And yeah, so it's yeah. And that's Warframe's a very special kind of grind. Yeah, yeah. PoE, that's Pillars of Eternity, right? Path of Exile, okay. that one I didn't know. Yeah, no, Warframe's a very specific kind of grind, and you have to go into it with the right kind of mindset. And what motivates me to keep playing Warframe is the fact that I can now finally actually do endgame content and be decent at it. Wow, the time flew by. Having an audience I can actually chat with is... it makes the time go by a lot faster. I'm hoping I can get the last two... I'm hoping I can get the last two artifacts quickly, so that way I can come back to this next Tuesday. Let me just get the mines done and then move on. Yeah, no, and then, like, I am super grateful for people that hop into chat and just kind of and just kind of hang out. I'm totally okay with that, and I enjoy that. But having people to interact with makes this a lot smoother for me. It makes time go by a lot faster. It also feels less like I'm just talking to myself, which is why I appreciate you. Which is why I appreciate you. I appreciate Raylar, and I appreciate Rolly, and everybody else who's here. You all do great, and I very much appreciate it. So Raylar, if you want to get a good look at the Sheegoth, here's an opportunity for you. Yeah, at the time that I originally encountered it, I only had the power beam. No, you're okay. You're fine. You're doing just fine. Yeah, this is the apex predator of Phendrana. Its crystals on its back actually absorb most beam fire, but the plasma beam doesn't care about your magnetic crystal butt. No, he's racing. He's being the greatest F-Zero champion you've ever met. Pokemon is on Wednesdays. There we go. You know, Warframe is one of those things where it's like I recommend you play it for a little bit, and if it's not your thing, don't invest as much time with it as you want. It's on the table. All right. $190. All right, got. All right, there are 8 more missile expansions. Oh, I messed it up. All right, that was the only thing in this room, right? Okay. For some reason, I feel like there was a bomb expansion in this room, but I don't think so. How dare you? In my chat. You're making a mess in here, Raylar. There are other people here. That wasn't a table flip, honey. But I ain't gonna describe that. I'm in the presence of a lady.
Fuck off.
Not you. I'm talking about Samus. You have a more vulgar mouth than I do. Jesus. It's not where I expect my chat to go. Oh dear. Alright, 12 minutes to go. Where are the... Oh, I know where the last two are. Wait, do I? What am I missing? I usually remember where most of these are, but let's see. I don't have a clue for that one. World. Alright, I know where that one is. And I don't have the clue for that one. Great! The one that I know, I already have the clue for. Oh, I remember where the other one is. Oh, God. Get out of the way. I cannot hear you. I have air pirates in my ears.
I'm yelling at Loki.
Oh, okay. He does that. Oh, yeah, those stupid little beetles, the ones that I've had to kill with missiles and stuff. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm sure that can only end well for you, Raylar. Oh, yeah, those stupid little gamers that I have to kill with missiles and shit. You can just pop them with the plasma beam. It's amazing. I'll take these up, man. Thank you. Anyway, we will not be taking this pathway now. But this is a shortcut into the Phazon Mines from a location that we didn't otherwise have access to. I have now remembered where the... get away from my taquitos, boy! 9% run when with world record pace. Absolutely not. And if we're going to get something like that with F-Zero, Raylar's going to be the one playing, not me. Spore! I was about to say, did I finally find something the plasma beam can't break? No, plasma beam killed it too. Ow! Get off of me. Open. So I remember where my last two, I remember where the last artifacts are. Took a minute. Ow! Hot! 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 Ugh! Eee! Ah!
The floor is lava!
The lava is lava! No, world record pace. Any percent speed run for F-Zero. Absolutely not, unless you're the one playing. You know, that would be my wife. Just hanging out in the same room. Alright, so let's see. This takes me up to Talon when I want to go back to the Chozo ruins. So, this way. Oh my god, yeah. Not to get too specific, but we live in Cali.
Where it gets like 100 degrees before noon.
Oh.
And dying.
Yeah, no, it's, it's great. Ah! My sisters go to New York periodically. I hear that it's, nice. You know. Oh, you live in Germany.
Nice.
What time is it over there for you? Ow.
What
Ow.
time of
Ow.
day?
It's like, for me right now, it's 10:52. I end in like
8
8 minutes. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad that you're choosing to stay up and hang out with me instead of just immediately conking the hell out and going straight to sleep. I appreciate that. Yeah, night shift is, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, especially on Friday the 13th.
Oh, crap, you're right. Don't worry, I hear the animatronics only move until 6 a.m. You shut up over there, Mr. Rumbly. Go away. You do get an important job, I hope. I don't know. What is it you do, if you're allowed to tell me? Or is it classified? Oh, you have to do it. Oh, it has to do with healthcare. Well, that's good. That's cool. That's cool. My wife is trying to get her
LVN.
her LVN. So, ooh, neat.
Previously, it's saying A.
Are you? Do you drive the? God, this is gonna sound horrible, but do you drive the Kraken wagon? Oh, you work in the pharmacy. Okay.
Nice. The what? The Kraken wagon!
I was wondering if you were an ambulance driver. Or a, what's the term? There's a term. I'm bad. No. But do you work, no. You probably can't get too specific. I don't want to delve into your personal life here. But...
I wonder if he, drives the cars that deliver meds to facilities.
Well, no, he said something about needing to be the person who, somebody has to make those medicines. So, but I mean, hey, you know what? That is important. That's cool. Being in front of a machine. Well, I guess it's better than being a cog in the machine.
Yeah.
At least you have a name tag. But no, that's good. That is very important. That is very important.
I feel that. I feel that.
Oh my god. Every time. Oh man. Again, as usual. Words used in conjunction that I personally can relate to. Yeah, except this ice cream is needed for people to live. Hello, Loki. You were in the USA once. That practically makes you a local.
Yeah, but he did the smart thing and left.
Ugh. Alright, where are we going next? We are going... I could have picked literally any other spawn point, and I would have been closer. Well, I'm glad that you at least are able to visit her. It had to be America. Yeah, don't be fooled. I live here. I hate it here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Germany, do you also drive on the left side of the road? I didn't know if that was something that happens in the entirety of Europe, or that's just an England thing. Jesus Christ! 44 seconds?
Nice.
This is not the correct direction. Germany is right side. Oh, okay. Well, at least, you know, I can't speak for the road quality in Germany, but on you drive down roads in USA, you get a back massage along the way. The only downside is you have to pay for new tires. Are they blinkers?
Yeah, are they blinkers?
All the time. Oh!
Seriously? How does that work?
Tell me more. Oh crap, we got more ghosts. I'm leaving, ghosts. The worst thing about the Chozo Ghosts is you can't even shoot them with the plasma beam, so what's the fucking point? Oh, good. So BMW drivers everywhere just neglect their blinkers. Or just people in general. Jesus.
Yeah. Like every other truck driver here in America.
I was starting to wonder if maybe the BMW blinkers were region locked. Yep. I know where I'm going. Game. High levels of Phazon found on mobile source. I fell. Guys, there's the elite quarters. It's so very close to what I'm looking for. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I bring much work stat. Shit. Alright, we're gonna go a little bit over here, mostly because I want to get this last frickin' artifact before we go back to the mines. And I'm stubborn. Nope, jump. There we go. Through. To the factory. Ugh. Take me to the factory. Does that mean take me factory? Oh, Christ. I'm so done with these stupid ghosts. These ones I actually have to kill because there's something in this room I need. Chat's zooming by faster than I can read it while I'm also shooting ghosts. Did I miss one? Bitch. Get out of here. Expert on Emerald, kick its ass. Alright. Fucking ghosts. I hate ghosts. While I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and back it up. Yeah, but you see, Raylar, unlike a lot of other Toyota drivers, you know what the gas pedal's used for. I don't. Though it's probably good that...
I love them.
They're not that... Probably good that I don't have my own boobs. I would get very distracted. Yeah, and how to drive manual. I wouldn't use the term glorious. They are acceptable. Anyway, another fucking artifact. And there's a save room like 2 rooms over. Thank God. Artifact of World, the 10th of 12. There's a couple of other items I can still go get, but I think for the most part I have collected pretty much everything outside of the Phazon Mines. There's 12 missile expansions that I'm missing. I am missing, I think, 2 power bomb expansions. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Yeah, I was never taught how to drive a manual. I wanted to learn, but then the car I was going to learn in became inaccessible to me. I mean, my first trip around with a, oh, fuck you! Damn it, Stone Toad, I could have just let you live, you're so cute, but you had to eat me! You had to die, because the save station's over here. Yeah, no, the first manual I actually technically hopped into was a Mustang. And that was the car I learned how to drive a manual. I practiced driving a manual in, but I didn't even have a license yet, so it was something else. Alright. This lovely conversation about cars has been fun, but unfortunately it is after 11, and I have... What's the point in the schedule if I don't stick to it? So, we have pretty much everything outside of the Phazon Mines now. So we're going to have to go back there and clean up the rest of the game. But, as far as I can tell, the Chozo Ruins is done. Let's see. There's the Root Cave. There's something in the Root Cave I can still go back and get. I think that's another Power Bomb expansion. There might be something else in the frickin' crash site. I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just streaming Marathon. I'm just streaming marathons, as a matter of fact. I only do no. Right now, it's a Metroid marathon. I'm trying to make my way through the whole series before Dread happens. Yeah, Angel just updated it. But I'm trying to make my way through all of the Metroid games before Dread launches. Because I want everyone to be able to play Dread when it comes out. Even if you've never played a Metroid game before. Fuck. At some point, I'm going to have to go back through the Crash Frigate just to grab a fucking Aqua Pirate. I hate everything. Alright, well, good news is there's the Root Cave that has something in it, and I think that's the last thing up here. Everything after that is down in the mines. So, there's one more beam combo. It's the one for the plasma beam. Unfortunately, it is the worst beam combo in the game. Ice beam is, I know I said the ice spreader was the worst, but the flamethrower is actually the worst. But, you know, we'll talk about that when we get it. But, yeah. But so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and save again, just to be safe. Thank you very much for showing up. Welcome to the club, RNGesus. If you haven't followed me yet, please do. That way you will get our fantastic. Thank you, RNGesus. That puts me at 30. We are ever so closer. That puts me ever so closer to affiliate. But thank you so much for coming. Wait, okay, wait a second. What happened? Oh, you do? Oh, well, you know what? I will gladly follow you as well. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm always concerned when it comes to my performance and stuff. Oh, don't follow? Okay. So, fair enough. Fair enough. But huge thank you to everybody here. Huge thanks to Raylar, who is always a delight to talk to. Huge thanks to RNGesus. Yep. And just thanks to everybody here, everybody in the viewer count, and everybody who's chatting back and forth. I really appreciate it. So I will see you guys again on next Tuesday, starting at 8 p.m. Pacific time. And we will probably be able to finish out Metroid Prime that day. There's only some of the hardest fights in the game ahead of me, and the rest of an incredibly brutal zone. what could happen. Oh, that's a shame. But you know what? The VODs will be uploaded, and who knows? Maybe we'll be able to get highlight reels published soon. But I'm glad that you were here for this one, and I really hope that you watch the VODs just to at least, get the experience of being there. And I would love to catch you on any other streams. Unfortunately, this is really the only time that my life will allow me to stream at this is in this specific time window. It's kind of obnoxious sometimes, but yeah, life, not wife. She has nothing to do with this. She's very kind and very supportive. She would never stop me. So, oh, nice, sweet. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that I was a accidental discovery. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you more often. But I'm gonna be trapped in this outro for the rest of my life. Oh, 40 people on Metroid Prime. Really? That many people streaming at the same time? Well, out of 40 people playing Metroid Prime, I'm very grateful that you chose mine. Of 40 viewers on Metroid Prime. Oh, well, that's neat. I don't think I ever reached 40,
Not yet.
but that was still like okay. Cool, 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 cool. Well, again, I'll be locked in this outro for the rest of my life if I keep getting engaged. I'm very happy that you were here, and I look forward to seeing you on any other future streams that I do. So, um, thanks to everybody for coming, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you get some rest, RNGesus. Don't worry, RNGesus. My wife was able to click the link before Nightbot drop kicked it out of existence. Very cute cat. This is the last time I have to end. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to do anything else. But yeah, no, your cat is adorable. I wish the long-haired cats are so cute. Oh yeah. Hopefully she will. Hopefully she will. My cats are clowns. We've got Loki and Thor, and both of them are absolute butts.
Don't forget Freya.
Yeah, well, Freya will at least respect us when we sleep. Loki is a butt. So, all right. Night, everyone.